What's happening, Hoodlum Gang? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O end, aka the world's most dangerous YouTuber, aka the smooth operator. Hey, look, man, I got another dope conversation coming to y'all with another dope individual. This one right here, it was a little, I wouldn't say hard to put together, but you know, the timing gotta be right. Not even just with cuz, you know, but a lot of homies, you know what I mean? Y'all be asking about whether it be Bully 3, Lil Hoodie, whatever. I be with these niggas all the time. Timing gotta be right. So, the timing is right. Without further ado, introduce yourself to the people.
For sure. F.A. Ice, Lil ICE official, Lil ICE the general. You know what I'm saying? I got a gang of different handles, but that's me.
Right. And we gonna take it from the beginning, homie. Where and when was you born?
Right here, San Diego, California, 1985, December 3rd. C-Day on the way.
Oh yeah, we gonna get it cracking too.
You already know. We young.
So when you came home from the hospital, hold on. First of all, any siblings? We gotta talk about the siblings.
You already know.
One in particular.
Man, you already know, man. Shout out B.I., Big Bro the General. You already know. Kazi, Kareem, you know what I'm saying, Ray. All my sisters, y'all already know. Sean, Kasha, Cheryl, Renee. Y'all already know.
Now, when you say B.I., my subscribers don't know who that is.
Right.
Now,
Sure.
who is B.I. and what does he mean to the overall video?
Man, B.I., that's Big Ice. You feel me? That's the general. That's our. He like the concierge. You know what I mean? That's the person you gonna go to for any advice. You know what I'm saying? Like any type of structure wise, anything. You know what I mean? He like a jack of all trades. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And he gonna keep it real whether you like it or not, and he gonna tell you about yourself.
Most definitely.
On fuck, hey,
you
wanna know brutally honest?
It don't matter who you is, you feel me, little bro or not, he gonna get on you. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. So yeah, man, shout out B.I. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Big Ice, man. You know what I'm saying? Legend in the 40s, San Diego. You feel me?
On hood.
Sure.
Yep. So when you was born, what area did you come home to? Like, what is the first memories that you have of you know, just being coming up?
Oh man, I came from Kaiser Permanente straight to the 40s. You know what I'm saying? I came straight to 41st and Market Street. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my first home. Yeah, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit.
And you went to Choice, you went to Meade and all that?
Oh man, Meade Children's Center. You know what I'm saying? Choice. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? All that. By the time I was like 11, mom's she bought a house in the Cano. You know what I'm saying? So we migrated out there, but for one, we was still right there too. You know what I mean? So
right. Now in Canto, I spoke on the Canto a few times, talking to other homies or whatnot. But explain to people what area in Canto is that may not know about Southeast San Diego.
Okay. So you got Southeast. You know, you got the Mountain Hope 4th District. You know what I'm saying? That's Mountain Hope, Choice View. Maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You got like Skyline. You know what I mean? Kind of like down Market Street as well. So in Cano is like that area right before you get to the heart of Skyline.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like in Cano. You know, then you get to the heart of Skyline. Right. So,
which in Cano is what they call the bottoms of Skyline. And then Skyline obviously up in the hills. But so you well, hold on, let's go back. So when you went to Meade and Choice, obviously, that's in the hood.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You meeting and growing up and congregating with homies, what homies did you go to school with from back then that's around your generation or older?
Oh man, shit. Man, really, man, anybody that was in the 40s, you know what I'm saying? It's a slew of people. You know, coming up, me, Children's Center, all that, it was Crippin', you know what I'm saying, Solo. You feel me? Anything up top, you know what I'm saying? Anything up, you know, 41st Street up top, past the bridge up there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The homegirl Petey, you know what I'm saying? Shakar, you know what I'm saying? T-Rex, he was a youngin', but, you know what I'm saying? All, yeah, Dale, you know what I'm saying? Everything up top.
Right. And Crippen actually did mention you in his conversation that I had with him. What was it like at that time growing up, like in them early and mid 90s? Obviously you was a kid, but who was your influences besides your brother, and what did you see going on in the community at that time that may have influenced you to become a part of this?
Well, to be clean, man, it was, you know, B.I. was always the guy to me. You know what I'm saying? I was always him along with my brother Kazi, my other brother Kareem. They was always my role models. You know what I'm saying? Them was the niggas I was looking up to. So it was B.I. and then it was Solo Rock and Crippin'. That's who I bounced off the porch with.
And what year would you say that you bounced off the porch? Because we all, living in the hood, we was all off the porch as far as being outside, meeting people, being bad kids. But as far as like really neighborhood cripping and hanging out with homies, what year would you say you?
So Keeler Middle School, right? That was like everybody got their point when they said when they really start being serious about they,
right,
you know, they cripping or they blooding. So Keeler Middle School, that was when like 7th grade, you know what I mean, 6th, 7th grade. That was when, you know, you like, where you from? Oh, I'll back this up or something. You know what I mean? That was kind of like when that was going on. You feel me? So like it was always 40s. You know what I'm saying? My nigga CO, you know what I'm saying? Chris Aubrey, used at Keeler. You know what I'm saying? I was 4th District, Mountain Hope, Choice View. You know what I mean? Don Dada. You know what I'm saying? Keeler, Crippin', Keeler. You know what I'm saying? Anybody going to Keeler going to test to the Crips that was there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all low-key had a lineup.
For sure, for sure. But to this day, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's a lot of people I went to school with. I'm the same dude. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What
that was like 99, 2000, 2001. That's when it was real. You feel me? Juvenile Hall started, all that.
So what homies or friendships did you have from the other side? I asked Crippin' the same thing, because y'all went to Keeler, that's over there in that hood. Who was going there from Skyline and O'Farrell at that time that you can remember?
Oh man, it was shit, man, that whole school. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a slew of everybody, but the niggas that I fucked it with from the other side there though, like my age was my nigga Baby Gangster from Emerald. Tyree, that was my nigga, man. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my nigga. Lil Fred from Emerald. Gang of my Skyline niggas, keep it clean, you feel me?
Right.
It's too many of y'all to name.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm saying?
That was their section.
All y'all, everybody at Keeler, you know what I'm saying? I was just hanging with my nigga Edgar, you know what I'm saying, a minute ago, you know what I mean? But all of them though, you know what I mean? All of them, everybody, right. You know what I'm saying?
But I know, like you said, motherfuckers was backing hoods up at that time. Probably not necessarily official, or maybe some was, maybe some wasn't. But what was that like? Because I went to SCPA in Paradise Hills, and it was niggas from the other side, and I was cool with them. But at the same time, we slap boxing and shit. You know what I mean? Niggas still, it's still like, nigga, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, what's cracking? What's cracking?
You had to show like, it didn't matter where you was from, you had to show like you was with it.
Right.
You feel me? You know what I mean? You couldn't be no buster or nothing. So, you know, it was many times, you know what I mean, where, you know, you gonna slap box at lunch, you know what I mean? You gonna do what you do, bus stops, you know what I mean? You know, it's gonna happen like that, for sure.
Now, you mentioned Juvenile Hall. When's the first time you hit Juvenile Hall, and what year was that?
Man, Juvenile Hall, man, that was first time I hit the halls was like 99, 2000. You know what I mean? Hit the halls and shit, it was like I was like one of the first homies to really like hit the halls. It was like we was kind of scarce around that time. You know what I mean? It was nothing but like, you know what I mean, Damos and you know what I mean. You know what I mean? We was scarce. The homies was scarce.
It was thin. It was thin as the wind.
Yeah, on the real.
But we always been like that.
Right, exactly.
You might run into some other Crips from other hoods, but as far as neighborhood, yeah, it was thin.
Exactly.
You hit camp?
Oh yeah, Campo, Camp Beard, you know what I'm saying? Multiple squabbles, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. You know, I always kind of had it rough, you feel me? Light skinned nigga, you know what I mean? Funny color eyes, all that. But, you know.
Oh, they gonna test it?
Yeah, they was testing it, but, you know, to say the least, I was holding my own and you know, the streets could vouch for that, for sure.
Hey, I always say, man, I'm like a rare breed, man. I didn't. It seemed like when I went to Juvenile Hall, it wasn't. I always ran it. I always ended up in a unit or a dorm where it was Crips, and that's rare for San Diego, to where we the majority in a unit or a dorm or something like that. I didn't necessarily run into like, oh nigga, it's only me and 10 niggas in this motherfucker. It wasn't necessarily like that, but I heard a lot of niggas being like, damn, cuz, like, nigga, when I was there, nigga, I was the only one. Like, shit, when I was there, we had Linda Vista, Oceanside, West Coast. I don't know what y'all went through. You know what I mean? Man. But, yeah, so, you know, at this time, you said 99, 2000, you was already getting locked up. Cause we gotta, obviously, from the hood, but we got a whole separate I don't want to say history, but Oak Park. Let's get to Oak Park.
Right. Oak Park.
Oak Park was a area that kind of produced a lot of gang members from a lot of different places. I don't know what it was about that area where it was just niggas from everywhere, or thinking it was from everywhere, being in that area. How did you end up coming to Oak Park? Not to school, but as far as like being in that area, what made you come over there? What made you? Cause I used to see you come over there. I'm like, cut, this nigga crippin', like, you know what I mean? Like, you was already full-fledged nigga neighbor of 40s at that time. I'm like 10, 11, like, cut, this nigga banged out.
Me, man, Oak Park was crazy cause I actually played baseball initially in Oak Park for the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Shout out Coach Black, you know what I mean? Clarence Back, R.I.P. man, Cora Overstreet. That was my coach, Coach Neal, you know what I mean? For the Pirates, you feel me?
Coach Neal, that was my coach.
Yeah, Coach Neal for the Pirates, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, free my nigga Terrence too, man. You know, played for the Pirates, Terrence Jarvis, my nigga Baby X. But yeah, Oak Park initially, man, was baseball, you know what I'm saying? And then my homeboy Taj, you know what I'm saying, stayed right next door, you know what I mean, to your mom's.
Right.
And then it was just a coincidence that my homeboy Taj was right next door, you know what I mean, to my homeboy Tiny Stick, which is your brother, you know what I mean, and that's when I met you for the first time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I had already heard your name when we lived in the hood. I already knew of
you
through my brother.
Yeah, come on. You already know that.
Like all of y'all, you, Block, Tito, like y'all was niggas that I heard my brother speak of when we lived on Morrison. But obviously me being younger, I didn't really, I mean, I seen Block. I remember seeing Block at Choice, for sure. Tito too. Lil E. Shit, man, I could go on. Corey.
R.I.P. Lil E, man.
F.I.P. Lil E. Corey. Shit, all kind of niggas. Tony Mitchell. They lived across the street. Chris Mitchell. Yeah, man, the list goes on and on.
Up top, man.
But
real.
So yeah, that whole Oak Park scene was crazy, man.
Crazy.
We was just speaking on a little situation that had happened over there. A lot of stuff happened in Oak Park. A lot of niggas don't know about that. Oak Park was not safe. It was a mixture of everybody. You had to drive through there. to get from East Dago to Southeast, it was very dangerous.
Sure it was.
Especially being a young man coming up, and shit, man, you had to figure it out. Niggas have been busted on over there, all kind of shit, jumped, man. Oak Park was crazy, man.
Man, crazy.
But yeah, let's get back to the hood. So you say you went to Camp Barrett and all that. Now you coming up in a real, I want to say it was a pivotal time in this hood thing, as far as them early 2000s, them late 90s, them early 2000s. Can you give us a rundown of homies that was around at that time, around your age and older? Like, who was, when you look back to 2000, 2001, 2002, who was your everyday niggas that was outside with you?
Oh, that was an easy call, and it wasn't that many.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep it clean, man. If you didn't make the cut, you know what I'm saying, then I ain't taking nothing from you, but I'm gonna keep it clean. From the turf, it was up top, it was Block D, me, Baby Smoke, Crypto, which is Crypto is actually a generation above me. You know, me, him, and Crippin is the same generation, but Bryson, you know what I'm saying, up top. You feel me? You know, Lil Smoke, you know what I'm saying? It was homies like that was out. And then on the block you got Jukebox, Tony, which is Baby G, Tiny Stick, Young Low, my nigga, Manoso, which was Young Trend.
Yeah, Manoso.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he was around for a summer.
Hey, shout out to Manoso, man. I
don't know where, I ain't seen him in wherever, you know what I mean? But
he on my
around.
IG, cuz just like, I want to say yesterday, he liked one of my stories. He be popping up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, all the original 211s, you know what I'm saying, for sure. Yeah, man, let me see who else, man. There's a few more homies, you know what I mean? Don't,
right.
You know what I mean, for sure.
Nigga gonna see this and punch the air like,
you know,
there.
Hey, look, do not call no DP on Lil ICE, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it was a few more homies though, but it wasn't a lot though. You know what I mean? You know, it wasn't a lot. You know what I mean? A few West Side homies. You know what I mean? Nutty Neff. You know what I'm saying? Buckwheat. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? Booker.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was. You feel me? You know what I mean?
You're right.
You feel me? It wasn't that many. You know what I'm saying? The Mission Valley trolley. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, getting flamed up and doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, no, we was gonna get to that. You know we was gonna get to that. Cause look, look, man. So the era we talking about, like I said, is the early 2000s. Now, 2001 for me, that's the year I went to Juvenile Hall for the first time. That was the year that I kind of was like, all right, this is when bro started letting me hang out with him. I used to want to go with bro. I used to see that nigga going with, like you said, Buckwheat, Nutty Neff, Baby G, Young Low, all these niggas. Niggas is coming to get him, including you, coming to get Cuz, Juka, hopping on the trolley. So every now and then he'll take me with
Colin Bean too, man. And I was my
yeah. Low Beta.
Yeah, Lil Beta. Hey, Lil Beta, you know, I can't forget you, man. Anytime a nigga stepped in the halls and shit, he for sure had a nigga squabbles and all that, you know, Marcelli, all that, for sure. Shout out that nigga Lil Beta, man.
Yeah.
30s.
So, around that time, like I said, I remember it was a specific incident. This is when I got put on to the mall. I don't know if y'all was already going before that, but I know bro and Buckwheat, a few niggas, I think, shit. Yeah, it was a few niggas they had went up there, and I don't know what happened, but I think they got packed out. And I remember bro telling me, like, we going, you trying to go? You know, bro used to do little shit to try to test me. Like, you little young nigga, you want to claim the hood, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Nigga, we going to the mall this weekend. We got packed out, or we got into it with some niggas last week. You trying to go? Hell yeah, I'm trying to go. I want to participate. I don't give a fuck if I'm little. I'm gonna get my ass whooped, whatever. So that's when I felt like we started pushing consistently.
Right.
The first and second week of the month. That's when everybody used to be at Mission.
Right. Absolutely.
And I recall that one time when we went and we whooped them niggas. I think we whooped them niggas. I ain't gonna say their names. Bull told me who they was. They's from Brams though. We whooped them niggas like in that little hallway. You know what I'm talking about? And old boy was there from the west side. I don't know if his name bad or not. I heard his name is bad, but Cuz used to be a loke. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Cuz
Look,
used to be
every single mall incident, man, is vivid. You know what I mean?
Cuz used to be a loke.
Vivid, man.
So do you remember when we was whooping that nigga? It was me, you, and other nigga from the west side with the colored eye.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
We was whooping that one nigga against the wall. It was us three specifically. I was like 13, bro. We was beating the shit out of that nigga. And I remember we all split up. We ran, and I ran towards the mall. And I remember one of these little females, I don't want to call her out her name, one of these little females that I went to school with, this was over the summer. She said my name. She was like, whoop-de-whoop. And it seemed like everybody stopped because niggas start running. I was like the last nigga there. The homies got on. I'm blued up too. Most of the homies was wearing red that day. I had the baby blue, I don't know if I had black chucks with baby blue laces. Whatever the case was, like you said, shit is vivid. So, them niggas started looking at me and I got on. I had to go catch up with the homies. But that was normal shit. We gonna meet up at 47, go to 32nd, go to 25th. We're gonna pick homies up along the way. We're gonna whoop shit all the way to the mall. When we get there, we whooping shit, and when we come back, we whooping shit.
That checks out.
Was you there that one time when we was like at 12th in Imperial? No, we wasn't at 12th. We was at like American Plaza or something like that. Whatever one of them little stops. And we seen that nigga mad ass squabbling. Was you there?
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Shout out to homie Eastside Mike. You know what I mean? And I ain't seen him in a minute.
I ain't seen Eastside Mike in over 10 years.
And his big bro Mad Ant. You know what I mean? Because Mad Ant, you know what I mean? Man, he hopped off to Charlie. We had just whooped some shit. You know what I mean? And he was like the first homie to get off. And while we was out, I think it was American Plaza or something like that. And man, it was this big dude, man, from the Brands, man, that just, man, damn, man, the homie just caught it like square to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was like a straight faucet. And you know what I mean, before we can even react, the Charlie doors kind of closed. Bing, bing, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean, some of the homies got caught on it. It was like crazy, you know what I mean? Cause you know, things happened and you got split up, you know what I mean?
Me, bro, I forgot who it was. We got off, we jumped in, we was whooping old boy, and I remember, I want to say Tiny G snatched the nigga, shout out my nigga Tiny G.
Yeah,
I think Cuz snatched his beanie off, and the nigga had dreads. Now, this 2001, 2002. Dreads in Southern California is not popular at this time. The nigga had dreads. And I remember we was in the middle of whooping Cuz. Look, Tiny G gonna see this too. He a subscriber. Cuz snatched his beanie off and he was like, ugh. In the middle of whooping Cuz snatched his beanie off and like, ugh. We was uppercutting Cuz, whooping him and all that. Niggas got on. I think we ended up walking all the way to 25th. We ended up belling. Some shit like that.
It was, for sure. Cause at them times, man, shit happened. Niggas get split up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was going, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, we was in the lineup. You for sure was in the lineup that day. You know what I mean? For sure you was.
Right. So now obviously you still going in and out, getting locked up. Did you get locked up at the mall that one day too?
Yeah,
that was another time.
Yeah, that was another time. Yep, on the real.
On hood.
I went to camp.
You caught a violation?
Yeah, I caught a violation. I went to camp.
R40s, I remember that. We was whooping them niggas. That's when the twins, what was they? Kyle and Carl?
Yeah.
Twins?
Yeah.
I remember one of them knocked the bitch out. Nigga slid her. But whatever.
Yeah, I went to jail that day.
You went to jail on 40 Crip. I remember. That's how you know I was there.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man.
Bull was there too. That's when we was
there.
running. We was running out the entrance by the C's Candy, and it was a gang of security waiting for us. And I think they tackled Baby G. They got Cuz and they just let us run past. I stopped in the parking lot and I started throwing up. We was drinking 211 OE, all that shit. And I started throwing up in the parking lot. He was like, bro, come on. Like, nigga, I'm like, man, I'm gassed. Cramping on the side. He like, come on. He grabbed me. He didn't leave me.
That day was crazy. That day was crazy.
Yeah. I
remember that little shit.
Yeah, come on, man. I remember. You got to think, I'm 13 years old.
Yeah, because you wasn't, because you, how old is you right now?
35.
Yeah, you 35. Yeah, I'm finna be, So yeah, around that time we was You know, you was for sure like 2 or 3 years younger, so yeah. Yeah, on the real. That shit crazy. Missing
I
Valley,
remember
boy.
all that vividly.
Hey man, 2001 too, man. If you wasn't Missing Valley, man, you know what I'm saying?
Man, if you wasn't jumping on that trolley, man, I was one of the youngest ones. Like I said, it was either Tiny G or Baby Young Loc. I think Tiny G is maybe a couple weeks or a month older than me, something like that. Baby Young Loc a year younger than me. Cuz was there too that day. 40 Crip he was.
Free Young Loc, man. Free
Right.
Baby Young Loc, man.
Right. He gonna see this too. But so yeah, like I said, you going in and out. Now, I wanna say 2000, we're gonna zero in on 2004. 2004 was 2004 was active. That's when you got your first term. Now, you could talk about it if you want to. You already went to jail for it, or you could not. You could just, get a viewers a little bit of history on how you ended up catching your first term and how you conducted yourself while you was in there.
Yeah, man. For sure, we could touch on that a little bit. In 2004, yeah, I called my first case. Called it attempted murder. Me and my homeboy J-Lo, my big bro J-Lo. Shout out J-Lo, man.
Right.
You know
And y'all seen J-Lo on the platform a few months ago with Samoan homie. So yeah.
Shout out J-Lo. And another homie, you know what I mean, I won't disclose, even though the statute of limitations is up. I still won't disclose the homie, but yeah, man, 2004, you know what I mean, FIP, Cool C, you know what I'm saying, Cuzzo. Cuzzo got smacked around that time, you feel me? So, emotions high, you feel me? Everybody doing their thing, so, yeah, man, we catch a little attempted, we do our thing. Everybody in the county jail. If you ever been to the county jail, you know what I mean? For shooting somebody homeboy or something like that. It ain't just no regular cakewalk. You know what I mean? Like you got squabbles. You know what I'm saying? On top of squabbles. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's an
you
issue.
feel me? You gonna run it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you know what I mean, that know. You know what I'm saying? From San Diego County, LA County, you know what I mean? IE, whatever. You feel me? What I can say is though, man, I got my squabbles, man. Shout out Bo, man. You know what I'm saying? From Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? OG Bo. You know what I'm saying? He made sure I got my squabbles. You know what I mean? Tiny Mad, homie. Shout out Tiny Mad. You know what I'm saying? From Lincoln, man. He made sure I got my squabbles as well.
Why was the individuals homies trying to pack you out?
Yeah, so when you hit so 2003, 4, man, I hit the tank, man. It was around that time. It was a Puerto Rican fest that just happened. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a whole nother.
Right. Yeah, so Lincoln Park and Skyline was kind of at it at that time too, and it was nothing but Lincoln Park. You know what I mean? The Brims and the dorm I came to. You know what I mean? And man, dudes was rolling up, man. You know, from you hitting that Sally Port, and you was seeing who was in there, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just, Lil Duder too. You know what I mean? Lil Duder made sure I got my squabbles too, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, Lil Duder, man. But yeah, I went up in the tank with all of them though. You know what I mean? And I got my squabbles out the way, and it was good after that. You feel me? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what happens though. You know what I mean? Like I say, when if you go to the county jail, you know what I mean, for some shit like that on somebody else's hood or they homies or something like that, you know what I mean? You gonna have issues like that, you know.
Hey, so you ain't gotta say the individual's name, but did he cooperate? The individual. And if he did you obviously you don't got time to do that when a nigga pressing on you like, nigga, let's just get out. But did you let them know after that, like, your boy telling? Y'all squabbling for a nigga who telling?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But again, in the heat of the moment,
Right.
You
You
know,
nigga ain't got time.
Yeah, my case was kind of like publicized. You know what I mean? I was on the news and you know what I'm saying? Just the publicity around it. You know what I mean? Like you ain't really got no time to be asking dudes no questions or anything like that. You know what I mean? Somebody get at you foul, you gonna handle your business and talk about it later. You know what I'm saying? And then, but yeah, he told though, dude cooperated with the law. And you know, you guys know how that go. I ended up taking some time and you know what I'm saying?
All right, so how long was you in the county before you took your time and ended up going to the pen?
I think we took a deal like within the year. You know what I'm saying? I was like a fresh 18, you know what I mean? Fresh out of Canberra. So I think they came with 9 years with half. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, I talked to BI, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Tapped in the lawyer and I took the 9 with half.
All right, so what reception did you go to?
So a lot of people go to Donovan, you know what I mean? I went to Chino.
Oh, you went to Chino back then?
Yeah, I went to Chino reception in 2004.
What was that like?
Man,
I went to Chino in 2013 and it was some
boy.
bullshit. So I can imagine 2004.
Yeah, it's already high power. Keep it clean with you, you know what I mean? Chino, you know. But around that time, man, you know, the East Coast homies, you know, shout out to 190s, you know what I mean? You know, they were doing their thing, you know what I mean? And it was on. You know what I mean? The homie, one of the homies from the East Coast, man, they got rocking on the Johnnies, and you know, all hell kind of broke loose. You know?
When I got there in 2013, you know that they was still talking about that. That was still a thing. Like, nigga, they was talking about that's why they put the other, you know how they got the bars and then they got the other little screen. They like, that's why they put that screen up there because of that.
Right.
But
exactly. Yeah. East Coast homies though, man. They had that motherfucker rocking. You know what I mean? That was my first taste of the pen. And I remember I was getting letters, man, from the homegirls, my moms, you know what I'm saying, big bros and shit. And they was like, man, we hearing about this on the news. You know what I mean? Mom's like, nigga, it's my baby. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, nigga had to put his big boy pants on, you know what I'm saying? Rock that shit out. You know, I was there though. You know what I'm saying? I was right there personally. You know what I'm saying? 4 cells down from the homie. You know, when it went up.
Oh, you was there when I thought you got there after it happened.
I was there. I was there when it got rocking. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Because it was on with the Southsiders. You know what I mean? And the reason why the homie even busted on the police was, you know, because you know, they was playing dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Showing favoritism.
Yeah, you know how I go. They was playing dirty. You know what I mean? It was dirty hockey being played. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was there beforehand. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was there. Sure.
All right, so you sitting there for however long you see committee. Where you end up at? Where they endorse you to?
Man, I went to Sentinel level 4, 270. Hit the yard. It was some G homies there. Yeah, y'all. Level 4, 270, Sentinella. Sea yard.
Hey, real fast. Because when I got to Sentinella years later, it was a homie there. I ain't gonna say his name, but it was a homie there from Oceanside. He said y'all squabbled up.
Yeah.
I think y'all, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say y'all was in the gym, but I could have got that wrong.
We was.
Cuz told me that. And the reason why he told me that, he was like, nigga, you look like Lil ICE. That's what Cuz told me. And he told me the whole story. He was a cool nigga, older homie. Shout out to Cuz if you see this, if you out there. I think he's from Westside Crip.
Yup, man. Yup, shout out to homie, man.
You know who I'm talking about, too.
Who I'm talking about, man. Shout out to him. And then shout out to homie, you know what I mean? Because we was actually straight. We still is. You know what I'm saying? You know
I think it was over. Maybe Cuz playing or something. You didn't want to play at the time.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Cuz told me that.
On me. It was a bad day, man. You know what I mean? And the homie was playing and stuff. But yeah, shout out to homie though. You know what I mean? For sure.
Cuz was there when I got there. Level 3, obviously, but he was
I
still there.
Him a few years back. Yeah, I had my points was going up and down around that time. But yeah, that was level 3 with him.
So how was Sentinella? Because when I got to Sentinella, I'm like, niggas is show. Was it always like that?
Right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. Homies was actually deep at first. You had a gang of my personal, San Diego homies. The 40s. You had some 30 homies. You know what I mean? Then on the LA side, you had a gang of LA 40s. You know what I mean? 6-0s and whatnot. But yeah, it was deep. The yard was deep when I first got there. You know what I mean? It was a lot of key ways. It was deep.
So, what was going on at that time with the other races? Was it tension? Was it up? Was it? Because I know I had a conversation with you before, and you were telling me a little something about what was going on in Sentinella with the Southsiders. Was it on at that point? And it add up to me, because by the time I got there in 2010, I remember somebody telling me like, this yard ain't really jumped off in about 3-4 years, and that was about the time you was there.
Right. See, Sentinella. If you've been to Sentinella, Sentinella is like it's like a volcano. You know what I'm saying? I really mean that in the highest regards, because it can be a scheduled time to rep, but man, this motherfucker gonna blow when it blow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna blow when it blow. So, that was my first couple of riots. You know what I'm saying? With the Woods over one of the white crib homies.
Which homie was that?
It was a homie from he was like from Orange County Gangsters or something, but he was a Keyway though. You know what I mean? And the white boys was tripping. Yeah, man, Saturday morning, you know what I'm saying? Came out there. If you been to the pen, Saturday mornings you come in chilling, lightning. You know what I mean? You ain't nothing jumping. And
they finna go get that breakfast with that coffee cake,
You
that
already
big
know.
ass dry ass coffee cake.
On the real. But
They gotta pour some milk on that bitch.
Hella throw the milk on there. You know what I mean? Got it, man.
With
Gotta
the peanut
moisten
butter.
that- Man, gotta moisten that motherfucker down. You know what I mean? But yeah, just a split second. You feel me? White crib come. They tripping. Saturday morning, the yard blow up. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was like a 50 40 or something. It was like 100 people. You know what I mean? Went up, the Crips and the white boys. But that was my first riot. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, it was just the Crips and the white boys, no dime moves?
A few dime moves jumped, but not everybody though. A few people got DP'd after that and all that.
And I was gonna say this quick side note. This is exactly why we always say, if we was together, and not as far as together as one race got a problem with blacks and they rush the blacks. I'm talking about mentally on the same accord. It'd be a whole different outcome, and motherfuckers know that, straight up. But it's always fragmented, and it's always, oh, well, that's them, and they from Northern California, oh, they from the Bay, they from LA, fuck all that. You black. That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
If everybody was all on one accord and didn't have these egos where they didn't feel like they couldn't listen to nobody like the other races, it'd be a whole different outcome every time. For sure. But yeah.
No, exactly.
Because niggas be winning a lot of shit now. Not saying we win everything, because we lose. I ain't taking nothing from no other race. What I'm saying is, niggas win a lot of shit now and be fragmented. They don't even be on the same accord. Niggas just be fighting just based on, and still be coming out on top in certain situations.
Sure. Yeah, that's like having that puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying? We always got that puncher's chance. You know what I mean? That boxer's chance. But yeah, man. And you gotta be with your race, man. Behind the walls, though. A lot of alliances is formed behind the walls. Bloods and Crips. You know what I mean? My whole outlet. If you really know me, you know what I mean? Gangbang was kind of at an all-time high. You know what I mean? And now I don't really look at it the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from my section and all that. You know what I mean? But I don't really look at it the same no more. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's some dime moves, man, that'll probably jump faster than some homies.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's some essays that's gonna jump faster than some homies.
It's some white boys, all that'll jump faster than some homies, man.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
once you realize that, you're gonna start to think differently. When you coming up, you think this what it is, this nigga gonna go the distance for me, and you start to see this nigga probably gonna be the nigga that's gonna do something to you before when it is. And that's just the reality of the situation in anything in life.
Yeah, man, that checks out.
But you said the first ride was with the Woods. The second ride, I'm guessing, was with the Southsiders.
Right.
What was that over?
Man, the second ride was with the Southsiders. That was over the homeboy, my homie Ant from Grape Street, and J Cap from 2Ps. You know what I mean? 2Ps and the B. I think they dropped the B, but J Cap from 2Ps. I remember, man. You know what I mean? The Don Moves had a meeting on the yard, and I remember, man, JK, he was like, man, next time, so I told you, it was always up with him, you know what I mean? And he was like, man, next time, you know what I'm saying, man, it's the issue, look, man, I'm just gonna get cracking, period. You know what I mean? He said that, at the time, people probably didn't really take him too serious, you know what I mean? I shout out that nigga JK, man, cause you did that.
He did his
sure.
stuff, huh?
I mean, you did that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he was the Mac rep, and he was the Mac rep, you know what I mean? He was on lockdown for something with us, a little quick tidbit, but he was supposed to be squashed, and J-Cap came out and did his Dougie, you know what I mean? Him and the homie Ant from Grape, you know what I mean? Went with him, and it was up. They ended up having to flip the whole yard after they did that, you know what I mean? And, I ended up having to go into a different yard and everything before the wave even came back, you feel me?
So you got cracking on the first wave.
I didn't have to get cracking, period. Because what happened was, once it got cracking, and they got cracking, every time they popped the doors for 10 sales, it was going up. Yeah. So by the time it finally got to where we was at, they had to ship the whole yard out. You know what I mean? It was up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it was on that one.
So did you end up paroling from there, or you ended up going somewhere else?
Nah, I ended up actually paroling from Sinella, but I kept going level 4, level 3, level 4, level 3. You know what I mean? So I never left the institution. You know what I mean?
All right. So what year did you parole from that term?
2000, end of 2009.
Right. No, I had to be 08. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Or
I did my.
Or two. Baby Smoke. No. What year did Baby Smoke die?
2009.
Baby
before
Smoke.
I got out.
Okay, right.
I got out in, I want to say in the end of February 2009 from doing my county year. Okay. But what I think happened was
I got out a few months after Baby Smoke died.
But I think you got out before that, and you caught a violation. Because I remember when I got out, bro was telling me that I think you was finna get out again or something like that. So I think you had already got out. And I think you went back on a vial.
No, I went back on a couple of vials, but I know vividly for sure it wasn't because I never seen my homeboy. I never seen Baby Smoke on the streets after he left my cell. He paroled from my cell, and that was the last time I seen my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Alive, so I wasn't,
Because I remember I think you got out from doing that vial and you pulled up to Shoki House on Webster.
Yup. I was staying right there on Webster, in the real.
Yeah, because I think I had been out a couple of days, and then I remember bro was like, Lil ICE finna pull up. I think you put up some Hennessy or whatever the case.
I remember.
I think I had been out for like a week, but you had already got out before that. That's what I'm saying. You did a vial, and you had got out again.
That was probably the first time. Because I never.
It probably was.
It was the first time. It was, we was catching them motherfuckers back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. I couldn't stay out for a minute.
You was with me on one of them. That's
we're gonna get to that.
You already know.
We're gonna get to that because that was a few years later. We still in 2009.
Yeah, on the road.
So 2009 was cracking. 2009, 10, 11, that whole little time, you had to be outside. You had to be on Harley Street.
FIP, Lil Baylo, man.
On 40.
Lost Lil Bay around that time, man. Young Trey. FIP.
FIP. I think I was in the pen for that. The homie Psycho Mike too.
Psych.
It was a few homies. It was probably more than that now that
I
I think
nigga
about it.
Keith though, man. You know what I'm saying? Keith Butler, man.
Yeah.
Young Trey, man. He was like that homie. Man, he had the tats, you know what I'm saying? He was getting the dough, spots, you know what I'm saying? He really inspired me to be a hustler, you know what I'm saying? You know, outside of my brother BI. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, him and Cool C, them was like our nips. You know what I'm saying? Like them was our Nipsey Hustles. Them was the niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That had the riders and, you know what I mean? The chains, the money, the bitches, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like the whole swag, everything. You know what I mean? Them was our nips. If you don't know young homies, do your research, man. Cool C, Young Trey, them was two of the flyest Crips out the 4th district. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I ever met Cool C. I probably did. I probably been around Cuz, but never, you know what I mean? But Young Trey for sure, I knew Cuz. Cuz always embraced me, always. Every time he see me, it was nothing but love. But obviously it was nothing but good things that I always heard about Cool C. Like I said, I probably been around Cuz, but you know, I was a young nigga. But so like I said, 2009, 2010, like this era, this is when niggas is, you had to be on Harley. Can you explain the significance of Harley at that time? Well, period. But
Right.
at that time when, I mean, we gonna be completely honest. I mean, you was quarterbacking a lot of that on H-Town at that time. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? In H-Town. That's what we gonna say.
So, man, shit, Harley Street, man, man, shout out, man, the big homie Vamp, you know what I'm saying, FIP, man, Vamp, FIP, man, the grandfather on Harley, you know what I'm saying, Vamp dad, you know, wish I could have went to that funeral, you know what I'm saying, for sure, man, man, Harley Street, man, if you know, you know, man, shit, that was headquarters, we got that motherfucker jumping, you know what I'm saying, the homegirls, you know what I mean, the homies, the big homies, you know what I'm saying, like, that was, I knew we had it jumping when FIP, the big homie breakdown came through, you know what I'm saying, and he watched me as a youngster, he was like, dang, he was like, man, I see what you doing, Lil ICE, you know what I mean, like, I ain't seen it like this since the 80s, you know what I mean, it was like, niggas was bringing the homies out.
It was
cracking
like every day.
Yeah, on the real, and the big homie Snow Rock, man, on 4-1 day, you know what I mean?
Shout out to
He
Snow
said the
Rock.
same thing. Shout out to Snow. You know what I mean?
And go subscribe to his channel, Standing Tall with Snow Rock.
Go subscribe. Standing Tall, for sure. Yup. You know what I mean? He gave me a salute, man. You know, it always stuck with me, though. You know what I mean? Breakdown FIP, Snow Rock. You know what I mean? They gave me some salutes on that, man. That little time frame we had, you know what I mean? Harley. You know what I'm saying? We had Harley Street, you know what I mean? In H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
put
it
on
was,
everything, man. It was
Yeah,
Thunderdomes
put on
all day.
DPs.
You know what I mean? Chicken, you couldn't, you know, the conglomerate
Hey, man.
was there, man.
Hey, remember we was DP and the one nigga?
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. I know. I remember.
Oh,
I
we had
remember.
the little, what we call it, the little mansion.
The mansion. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
oh,
For sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
It was a
Easy
couple
call.
demos put down right there. Just every day though, everyday thugging, man. Like, man, if you wasn't hanging out, man, I don't know what you was doing. If you wasn't on Harley, I mean, who was you? You had to come over there. A lot of niggas probably wouldn't or didn't come over there because they knew they probably would have got politicked on, or a motherfucker would have sniffed out they bullshit, or they, you know, they wasn't on what niggas was on. Like I said, we was just talking about a situation where we was on Harley, and you know, niggas had to go see about something. But that was everyday type shit.
It's everyday activities. You know,
Right.
You couldn't run and hide. Again, man, it was big homies, it was G homies.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was, you know, everybody was feeling comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, just you know, back to, you know, what brought everybody to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
And correct me if I'm wrong. At that time, the two most popping streets was Harley and 49.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And that's how I see the turf. If you know the turf, it's like every 3-4 years, you know what I mean, you gonna have different streets popping, just like in every hood, you know what I mean? But you got them certain streets that been popping forever.
Consistently.
You know what I'm saying? Like forever. And from Harley to Toyne to 49 to Raven, you know what I mean, to Craigie, you know what I'm saying? You know, them type of streets, man.
Lil T gonna love that.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You already know, free Lil T. You know
On the set, he gonna love
free
that.
Lil T, man. Them streets is just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? In my section, they legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Seaway. You know what I'm saying? Up top.
Seaway
you know
was
what I'm
cracking.
Bro, come on, man. You know what I mean? From the top, you know what I'm saying? From where JS used to stay, you know what I mean? The Block Mom, you know what I mean? The Lil Mine, the Crippin', you know what I mean? To all the way up top, you know what I'm saying? All the way
Lil
down.
E.
Lil E from everything, you know what I mean? The cousins, the whole little Seaway from years and years, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The homegirl Coco used to stay on Seaway too, you know what I mean? Shout out to homegirl, man. We was just talking about Seaway the other day, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, legendary streets, man, that been popping 4-9. You know what I'm saying? Big Weeds, you know what I mean?
That was
before
like
your era came around for 4-9.
Right. Now I
Big Weeds,
I
man,
met
Taylor,
Weeds.
you know what I'm saying?
But look,
G
that was the whole
Fat
idea
boy.
of 49 came around that time because of that. Because it was so cracking. 49 and you know what I mean, the homies
North.
was on the corner.
On the real.
Obviously I was on the 9. Tyrell, Lil Ty, they was right there.
Sure.
Juka and them, they might have
sure.
moved at that time, or they might have still been there, or they might have just moved. So we had the 9 cracking. So it was like,
man.
nigga, this is
free Lil Ty, man. On the real, man. Free the homie. R.I.P. You know what I mean? To their granny, Miss Mary. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, countless days over there. You know, R.I.P. Mama Mona. You know what I mean? 49th Street. You know what I'm saying? On the corner. Yeah, man, like, you know, and fixtures. You know what I mean? Everything we talking about is fixtures, you know what I mean? And R.I.P. Lula May, Raven Street. You know what I'm saying? Ain't Steen, Raven Street, man. You feel me? Y'all know. Everybody know about Raven Street. You know what I'm saying? Since the 80s, man, 70s, man. You know, so legendary streets, man.
right. So and at this time, I don't know how Nipsey was on his come up at that time.
Yeah.
And Nipsey came out here at something that we had called Decos at the time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in Dago know about Decos. What was the connection for Nipsey and Heck? Do you know?
Yeah, man, free my homeboy C Heck, man. You know what I mean? Free Heck.
ASAP.
Free Lil Low. You know what I mean? Lil Mike Low.
ASAP.
And free all the homies. Free Lil Bone. Free Tiny Stick. Free the homies. JC Note. Free the homies. On the real. Around that time, you know, Heck, man, he was dealing with Nip. This before Nip was like, you know what I mean? It's like Bullets Ain't Got No Game Volume 1, you know what I mean? So he was locked in with Nip, man, and I was fresh out, and you know, that was big bro, and you know what I mean? We in LA, you know what I'm saying? We in the 6 O's, you know what I'm saying? We on 11th Ave, we on the dime. You know, we at Master Burger, we in the hood, you know what I mean? This was before the homies, you know what I mean? The homies in LA, they was, you know, before that was going on, you know what I mean?
Right.
But so we out there, you know what I mean? I just left the pen, you know, he out here doing this shit. You know, I know niggas on the scene, you know what I mean? From being in the field with them, so, you know, shout out my nigga Seattle Blue, man, my nigga SB, you know what I mean? From 6 you know what I mean? He was here on 11th Avenue, popped out. So yeah, that's how it was, you know what I mean? Nip invited the homie, I'm fresh out, it's my nigga, you know, we up there.
All right, so they had a performance at Deco's. Man, I was fucked up that night. 40 Crip, I remember I was faded. We was all on Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, getting faded, pre-gaming, we go downtown.
YFTE.
Yeah.
YFTE.
So we we gonna get into that in a second
yeah,
too, because they don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
real.
I remember we was down there. I was faded than a motherfucker. And I remember that nigga Tito. Tito walked up to me. He said, "Hey, try this." I said, "What's that?" He says, "It's called an adios, motherfucker." That's the first time I heard of this. On 40 crib, nigga, I took a few sips. I blacked out. I don't even remember the rest of the night. All I know is I was on stage. And I remember the security came and told me in No Good to get off the stage for whatever reason. He said, "There's too many people." He singled us out. No Good, see this, he know. We went to the side.
Shout out, no.
I'm like, "Cut, this some bullshit. I'm about to go back up there." He's like, "You is?" I'm like, "Yeah, you coming with me?" He's like, "Fuck." And then we bail back on the stage. Nigga, security looking at me. I'm looking at Cuz with evil intentions. I'm about to steal on you if you tell me to get off the stage again. But he didn't know. So when you see the footage of that, because it's on the internet, you can see that performance. You can see me right there. I had the Raider hat. I was back on stage. That was after all that happened. But I remember I went outside when we was done, and I kind of kneeled down on the corner, and I don't remember, I blacked out. Baby A-Rock said he had to help me in the house on 4-9.
Oh, well, my nigga, hey, shout out that nigga, baby A-Rock.
Cuz I
still got that glove hat too, baby Rock, man. I had to have the homie glove hat.
Yeah, Cuz gonna see it too. He gonna see this.
On the real, I stole the homie glove hat that night, man. On the real.
But I remember it was that. I don't know if that was close to New Year. I think it was close to New Year's that year. I remember we was all on Harley, deep as fuck. Well, it started on 4-9, and Johnny's came looking for this nigga, Baby Ty. You know what I'm talking about. That was the same night.
Man, hey, man, shout out, man. Look, man, straight up, man. Man, shout out to Big Homegirl Sam. You know what I'm saying, man? Man, Sam looked out that night, man. I thought I was going to jail.
Hey, Cuz.
Fucking around with this nigga Tyrell, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Clear your warrants up,
Hey,
man. Clear your warrants up,
Cuz
man.
had a warrant, right? Now, I had heard they came over there looking for him, but I just did a county year. I just did 8 months. So I get out, whatever. We
Boy,
chilling.
you hit that gate on them, didn't you?
On 40s, look.
Boy, you hit that gate.
Hey, look, I'm walking across the street. I see the one time parked down by the alley. It's like 4 or 5 cars. They walking up though. So I'm trying to bail. I got the little thing with the stick hanging out with the infrared, nigga. It's almost nighttime, but not quite nighttime. So I see him. I get in the middle of the street. I don't feel like I can make it. So I bail back towards the yard, and I'm like, "Hey, the Johnny's coming." I tell y'all, I think me and you went in the house. All the homies, I thought they ran. Them niggas was in the backyard. So it was me, you, Kenyell, and Lily. Shout out my nigga Lily, free Lily. We was in the house. Yeah, Lily was in the house. Lily and Kenyell, I think Lily was off some lean. He was snoring, bro. Me and Kenyell woke Cuz up.
Yeah,
like,
Kenyell was there too.
Yeah, Kenyell was in the house.
Yeah,
I'm like, "Hey, Cuz," I'm like, "The Johnny's outside." I'm like, "The police outside." He like, "Where?" I'm like, "Nigga, they outside." He like, "Why they come here?" I'm like, "Nigga," cause he on parole. Like, bro, we gotta get on. So I remember we turned off all the lights. We was in the house. You was on the phone talking to Sam. She gonna see this too. You was on the phone talking to her, trying to, "Hey man, the police at the door." I said, I went and hid in the closet. Ikea, you remember Ikea was there too on 40 Crip. Ikea was like, "I'm about to go see what's happening." I'm like, "Nigga, I'm about to get up out of here." So I leave, I go in the other room that used to be Tyrell room that had the side door. I'm looking out the back.
That gate.
I'm looking out the back. I don't see nothing. I didn't even know the homies was back there. It's dark, but I don't see no flashlights. So I'm like, nigga, I open the door. I don't hear nothing. I break, hit the fence. 40 Crip, hit the fence, hit the other fence, land in the cactus. They had cactus in their backyard. I got cactus all in my shirt. I end up in the yard directly across the street from my people's house. They having a barbecue in the backyard. It's New Year's. They having a barbecue. They see me, they're like, "Oh, it's cool." Cause they people was like, kind of like, "What the fuck?" But the motherfuckers who live there, they're like, "It's cool." They're like, "Come here, what happened?" So I tell them like, "Hey man, no disrespect. Hey, I got to get on the police, whatever." They're like, "Sit down. You want a beer?" They give me a Tecate. They're like, "You hungry?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." I'm like, "Look, go look out there and go see if the police is right there." So the little young dude, mind you, when I got shot on 4-9, they van is the one that got shot up. They had bullet holes in it. So they know me. So he go look out, he go look. He like, "I don't see no police." I'm like, "Cool." I bail out. I see bro and Nana, and my sister across the street. So I go across the street. Now my sister picking the little cactus shit out my shirt. So I see the Johnnies over there with y'all. Then I see Eastside D and Baby A-Rock come flying down the street on some drunk shit. Eastside D, was you outside when Cuz walked up? I think Eastside D walked up and
I
gave
remember the homie Bluestone, that nigga John, somebody else.
Yeah, Cuz was there.
Yeah, I went to the back. You know what I mean? We was,
Melly, I think T4. It was a gang of homies.
Man, I just remember, man, we was stranded in that house, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but when you came outside, did you see the thing name right there next to the door? It was the long one. Anyways, Ken Yell, Cuz no. Ken Yell was right there. But so I was across the street. That was picking a little cactus out my shit, and we was looking. Eastside D walked up. I think he was so faded. Cuz didn't even know that it was the Johnnies. I think he walked up and handed the keys to Ken Yell, because they drove Ken Yell car. He had the little Cadillac CTS. Cuz walked up and was like, "Here go your keys, Cuz," and the Johnnies was like, "Nigga, what's up with you?" You know what I mean? But we ended up being on Harley that night. Deep as fuck. I'm saying all that to say that's the time.
We ended up being on Harley that night, deep as fuck.
Yeah. I remember I pulled up and I had this little female with
New
me.
Year's.
It was New Year's on phone.
So motherfucker was.
Hey, look,
you know
I
what mean?
pulled up. I had this little female with me. She was a square. I remember. She got out the car. She was with me, and she had her back towards the street. And I remember you told her, you was like, "Hey, turn this way. Don't have your back towards the street like that."
Don't have your back toward the street like that.
On fucking
hey
crib.
man, if you on the streets, don't have your back toward it. Telling you.
She was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, she ain't never seen that many Crips. She know me. I went to Oak Park SCPA with her. She like, I don't know what this is.
They know how to turn it off and turn it on.
On hood.
Yeah.
So yeah, that we just giving y'all a picture of what the times was in our section and how it was. But so let's get to the other little part, man. This is probably about a year later, 2 years later, 2012, when we got booked together. That was a crazy situation.
Nigga always in some crazy situations with you, man.
Nah, man, I don't even know. I don't know if they did that on purpose, because I remember you was saying, you was like, "Nah, I ain't even supposed to see my PO today," but that was the normal day for me. They had us come in on the same day at the same time. Prior to that, I never seen you at the parole office. Wow. Now we in this motherfucker together. Now we in the parole office together, and nigga, they acting like, I think, did they say your PO wasn't there?
Man,
was they saying your PO wasn't there? I think you had the officer of the day or something.
Yeah, it was just tricky, man. You know
or they said my PO wasn't there, and then Cuz got off the elevator.
Man, it was, that whole situation was tricky. You know what I mean? I just remember, man, getting into that parole office, man. You know what I mean? And I don't think I was even supposed to be there.
Nah, you wasn't
supposed to be something. One of us wasn't even supposed to be. Yeah, I wasn't even supposed
to be.
You said it.
You kept saying we was right there by the elevators. You was like, "Cuz, this shit weird. I ain't supposed to be here." I was like, "Well, shit, I am." But they said my PO wasn't there. They was like, the officer of the day was gonna see me.
Right. It was some weird shit.
Yeah, and then while we standing there, my PO get off the elevator with like 2 or 3 other POs, and he like, "Yeah, I'm gonna see you right now." So you went in before me. You in that motherfucker about 10 minutes. You don't come back out. I'm thinking something, but I'm like, all right. I go back there. I piss. Oh boy, like, "Hey, come sign these papers." I'm like, "What papers?" He like, "Your 6-month annual coming up or something." Like some weird shit. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, I go to the back on 40 Crip, nigga, the door cracked. This ain't never happened to me, but I heard this how they do it. The door cracked. I'm like, it's police in there. I know it's police in there. He like, "Go in there." So I open the door. They swarm me. Then the other ones came out the other door, next door, so I couldn't run. They gaffled me, put me in cuffs. He like, "Hey, San Diego police want to talk to you." I'm like, "For what?" He like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm going to call him right now." I don't even think he was calling nobody. He was on the phone pretending. So then he like, "Man, you just got to go down to the county jail and they'll come down there and talk to you." He's like, "I'm not violating you. You should be out within a day or two or a couple hours." I'm like, "Man, this bullshit." I go downstairs, Cuz in the car. He in the back seat cuffed already with his PO. His PO in the back seat personally escorting him. Then the other PO, they put me in the front with the other PO and they take us to jail on 40 Crip. So I don't know if they violated you, but I know they was telling me I didn't have no violation. And then I get upstairs to booking and they like, nigga, you get this right here. Yeah. I remember you was looking. You was like, he was like, cuz. He like, your PO is scandalous.
Man, homie, hey, man. Yeah, that was what you call a good old I was a play. I was a 42 fake. You know what I'm saying? They ran on this, man. And yeah, man, I mean that's how they play. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, man. You know, down at that PO, you know, office, man, and you know, me and you, man, we got these same color eyes, man, this same pigment, you know what I mean? You know, skin tone and stuff, man, and situations like that, man, you know what I mean? Because they ended up putting me into like a lineup, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? For some crazy shit.
I thought they was gonna put me in the lineup too. Yeah, I was anticipating like, they finna come holler.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how they do it. You know, especially when they trying to figure stuff out, man. They grab people that look alike, you know what I mean? And you know, they tend to put them through lineups or whatever, you know what I mean, to see whatever. So that's what happened to us that day, man. You know what I mean? It seemed like they was trying to pin something on us or something, man.
Nah, they
you know
definitely was. But the crazy part is,
yeah,
I had already did a violation a few months before that for the same, for what they ended up booking me with. So I did the vio. I get out, I'm out about 4 months, 4 and some change, and they booked me. So I'm like, they finna come holler at me about, you know, certain shit. I'm waiting for it, but they never came. But that's when I ended up obviously getting the 4 years.
Cause I remember I ended up seeing you like on your second court date or something in the tank.
I think that was the first court date.
The first court date, yeah, in the tank. You was like, damn, they just threw this blower on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I'm like, And I think it was a word on the tank, man. Who else was in the tank, man? Somebody was gonna get palmed that day too, man. I don't know.
It sound familiar. It probably was. It's always weirdos in the tank.
Yeah, somebody was gonna get whooped. I forgot, man. But yeah, I remember, man. But that's how they play, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So all the young homies, man, just take heed, man. You feel me? Don't play with these people.
So did you? Man. How long did you do that time? You did a bio, or they let you out?
I ended up doing a violation, man. You know,
because by that time niggas had to do violations in the county. This 2012.
Yeah, 2012. So I did a violation. I actually I did it in the county, but it was a violation for being around firearms. You know what I'm saying? They found firearms. You find firearms on somebody else's property or person.
Right.
You know,
I got bullshit bio.
Yeah, I didn't know how I got sent to jail for somebody else's guns, man. But so yeah, that's what happened to me on that one. And yeah, you for sure got the worst end of the stick on that one, man.
Man, I was gone. I'm like, this some bullshit.
That was your first real little taste to the joint. You know
right.
You know what I'm saying? I think the first time you would hit the reception or something for a little second.
Nah, I hit reception in. I went to Sinella. I paroled from Sinella, from D.R.
Right,
but they gave me two. They gave me 2.5 the first time. I did about 7 months because I had so many county credits.
Right.
And so that was the time, like, all right, you got to do 4, and I did about 3.
Right.
I'm like, that was
him.
Yeah.
That was him. That was him.
Yeah, but all right, so you get out from that. What's cracking on the streets at that time? Because like I said, I missed that time. I missed 13, 14, and shit. The rest of 12, half of 12.
Right.
So what was going on? That's when like you mentioned, the YFTE, all that came about. Explain to the people what that was and what that meant as far as, you know, the city rap scene and just overall just pushing on some hustler shit.
Right. YFTE, man. That was you know, that was Young Fly taking everything, you know what I'm saying? That was the acronyms for that, you know, Young 40s, 211. You know, numerous acronyms to it, you know what I'm saying? But that was when I was on the scene, man. Again, shout out, man, Heck. You know, we put that together, man, and along with the rest of the YF and the T homies, man, and we made that a movement, you know, within the hood on the rap scene. You know what I mean? Bully was popping, you know what I'm saying? Heck was popping. We was dealing with Nick, you know what I'm saying? But before Nick really ended up blowing, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, man, it was just, to be honest, man, it was pandemonium. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I said that word correctly, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I was hearing about it in the county because I wasn't sentenced yet. I sat in the county for like 8 months. I'm like, YFTE, that's cracking. Like, now for y'all who don't know, like he said, it was acronym, Young Fly taking everything, but that consisted of 2 cliques, Young 40s, 211. Like he said, on the music scene, a lot of y'all, he said Bully 3, a lot of y'all probably is just now getting familiar with the bro through my channel or through the feature that he did with Boosie. But the homie been rapping since like 2004. You know what I'm saying? He been, cuz was rapping when I was rapping, when we was making shit just in the hood on some local shit that we didn't think nobody was gonna hear. Some of it is on YouTube. I don't promote it. If you find it, you find it. But yeah, cuz the homie been on his shit. So that was like the first little big splash he was making on the San Diego scene. Him and Heck and shit. Who else was a part of it?
Man, him, No Good. No Good. Shout out No. I ain't seen bro in a minute. Shout out No, man.
How they not?
They not.
Yeah,
it was. Be from around here to find that.
Right.
Yeah, no, we straight. Yeah, but nah, you that was man. That was when our section was at its all-time high, I believe. It wasn't really no friction like that, man, and I think the conglomerate, that YFTE, man, that was more or less like it was a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Like we was bros, you know what I mean? Still is, you know what I'm saying? But you know, before a lot of the politics, you know what I'm saying, came into play.
Right. But we're gonna get it back right, and we're gonna take it to we're gonna take it further than what we thought it was. We're gonna take it further than that.
Easy call.
But so you end up you caught another case in between that time, right? Or no, or a violation?
Yeah, man. I caught a couple of violations in between that, man. You know, just hanging with gang members, man. You know, got caught with my nigga Heck a few times, you know what I'm saying? Remember one time, man, they blurred us coming from Benny Hunters, you know what I'm saying? You know, so at that time, they was just like a stickler for the rules as far as the gang bang go. You know what I'm saying? You catching a violation for anything, you know what I mean? Right. So I was in and out, you know what I'm saying?
They used to be tough on that. I don't know if they still is, but when we came up, nigga, if you on probation, GSU, you going to jail.
Oh yeah, period. GSU, to keep it clean, GSU was way more thorough, you know what I'm saying, than parole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like probation, you look at probation, you like, nah, man, send me to the pen. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
you know
parole, probation might let you out. But the Johnnies, when they catch you, you going to jail. You gonna have to holler at your PO and try to, hey man, you try to, hopefully
no question.
Yeah, nigga,
no
but the Johnnies taking
it.
you to jail. For sure. That time was crazy. Like I said, I don't know how it is now. It seemed like they might have relaxed a little bit more. I know they still be tripping, but they ain't how they was back then. If you was on parole or probation back then, you're not getting off without doing a violation unless you move out of state or something. And they not even finna let you move out of state. So I don't know what you're gonna do. Stay out the way. But yeah, man, like I said, that whole little era was cracking. You was catching violations. So you ended up doing, what year did you catch your case and how long did you end up doing? And we ain't even got to get into details, but you know.
You mean this one right here?
Yeah, the last one.
Okay, so yeah, man, so I just did 10. I did 10 straight on this one right here. The previous one I did like 5 and some change, you know what I'm saying? I did 10 straight on this one. And again, it was you know, 2 attempted murders and for the record, something I ain't do. You know what I mean? But we know how I go. You know what I'm saying? You know, you check my name, my file, man. I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? We don't do no statements or nothing like that. We don't talk about what other people do.
Right.
That's just the game. You know what I mean?
It's on the chin.
That's just on the chin. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? And again, that goes with the corporate world as well. You know what I mean? Just, you know, for the viewers that's watching, if you in any type of entity, you know what I'm saying? The Army, the Navy, the police force, whatever, you know for sure, man, you ain't never supposed to tell your own. We know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all even got them codes. You know what I'm saying? With all that. You know what I mean?
They don't even respect snitches. The police don't. Motherfuckers be thinking you gonna get some cool points. They don't even respect you, bro. They gonna use your information. They gonna throw you under the bus.
Easy call. You know what I mean? So we can incorporate that. So I know some people be like, oh, you know, you did 10 years for something you ain't do. You know what I mean? That's stupid and all that. And yeah, you know what was stupid is, you know, putting yourself in that situation. And that might have been stupid, but you got to realize that, again, we talking about a street level that applies to the corporate level as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you at. Don't nobody like a snitch. It's just simple and plain, man. You know what I'm saying? Your
our business is our business.
You know what I mean? In kindergarten, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't care if you was fucking with a little female and nigga, she don't want you running y'all business around, especially if she got something going on, like whatever y'all got going on is between y'all two. You run around bragging and running your mouth, nigga, that's looked down upon in every aspect of life.
Period. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just, you know, elaborate a little bit though. Y'all did 10. Good that I didn't have to start back at a level 4 again. I started off on a 3. I hit Ironwood. That was where I landed. You know what I'm saying? My first after reception. Well, fast forward, I hit Chino reception again. Because it was something else going on in Donovan, you know what I mean? So I hit Chino reception again. Man, off the dribble, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was issues right there, you know what I'm saying? Just with the life, you know what I mean? The gangbang, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, I'm active still, you know what I mean? At this time, like, I sat in the county for like 2 years or something, so I'm like 30, you know what I'm saying? I caught the case at like 27, 28, so I'm 30. You know, we rocking still, you feel me? So, couple squabbles in Chino, you know what I'm saying? You know, seen a few dudes, you know what I mean, that, you know what I mean, that knocked on some homies, you know what I mean? And,
I know about one of them.
You know, knocked on them, knocked on some homies and shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, you gotta handle up.
Cub forever gonna get it too.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta just handle up, you know what I mean? Your candle when you know what I mean, when you in the presence, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta speak on no names or nothing. You know, everybody handled themselves like they was supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what pen did you hit first? Did you get endorsed to out of state? Or
no, I hit Ironwood. I hit Ironwood first, and then from Ironwood, man, I had to slap one of the homies in Ironwood. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. Everywhere I go, everywhere I went, you know what I mean? The first couple of little spots, man, it was always something cracking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, from Ironwood, I did like a year in Ironwood, then I went to Mississippi.
Now, let me tell you something, what I heard about Mississippi, because look, on F.O. Crip, when I got to reception, I was like, nigga, I hope they send me out of state. I want to go out of state. I heard it was cracking. I heard it was on. I heard, and I went by cracking, I mean, as far as like the COs and the little females, you know what I mean? Not just the overall program. I heard they had Xboxes and all kind of stuff. I'm like, man, I want to go out there. I remember I was telling my counselor, I was like, I want to go out there. She was like, no, it was a he, not a she. It was an Asian dude. He's like, nah. And he was like, you gonna be far away from home. Then the nigga tried to threaten me with Pelican Bay. He was like, you got 2 strikes and some of my gang history, like I could send you to Pelican Bay. I said, I don't give a fuck about Pelican Bay. I'm trying to go out of state. He's like, what about your visits? I'm like, I don't get no visits. I don't give a fuck. Like, send me over there. So, obviously.
Shout out Lil 4 on Mike, man. You know what I mean? He just left the Bay. You know,
on neighborhood, free cuz.
Free Cuz.
Free Cuz, man.
Real free Lil Devious, man. They Sully's right now. Lil homie been rocking too, for sure. Free them dudes.
Right, ASAP. So, yeah, I was hearing a lot about Mississippi, and a lot of people hear a lot about out of state. How was the politics? How did they? I know it's the same, but it's kind of not. It's kind of like not as intense because motherfuckers feel like they not under the watchful eye of the California organization. So what was that like out there, and was it did that create a lot of problems, or was it more smooth selling, or was it both?
Man, you know what? It was like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's lax. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got bitches out there. You know what I mean? That's rocking. You know what I'm saying? You know, you out there doing your thing. You having it your way. If you somebody. You know what I mean? But then it's like through all that time, it's been so many riots up there where people have came up really, really, really hurt, if not dead.
Right.
Being that it's so laxed. You know what I mean? So, Mississippi, man, that was some of the best times I had. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, on the streets and in prison. And somebody probably like, dang, how was that some of your best times? You know what I'm saying?
From what I heard,
you know what I'm saying? In prison, and it's like you would have to know to be. You have to be there to know. You know what I'm saying? And nothing I could probably tell you on this interview would probably be like, oh, okay, I can understand. But shout out IV, you know what I mean? Shout out Smiley, you know what I'm saying, from the East Coast, man. Deuce from Long Beach, you know, them was my niggas, man, and you know, they know, you know, what time it is and why I'm saying what I'm saying. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It was just, you was living up there, man. You got a taste of down south, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you getting that home cooked meal, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, them women, man, they bringing that home cooked meal in there for you, man. If you him, look, if you him, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all was watching my IG and shit around that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it was, man.
I could tell when certain. I mean? As a matter of fact, on 40 Crip, I think I seen you smoking a blunt.
Yeah, man.
I was like, how the fuck he get a blunt?
On me. Before it was really legal though. You know, you see it now and all that, but I'm talking about before it was really, the hype was really around it and all that.
This was for sure was like 5-6 years ago.
I'm gonna tell you how you know what I mean, how loose I was to it, you know what I'm saying? I was on live one time, you know what I mean, and you know, I was rolling backwood and didn't even know you supposed to clip some of this shit off, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I just knew that the streets is smoking backwoods, and you know what I mean, baby, bring me some backwoods. You feel me? You know what I mean? So
nigga thinking he just rolling like Dutchess, huh?
Right, on the real, that's crazy. But yeah, that was crazy, Mississippi, man.
So was it did y'all have any racial stuff going on, or was it more like in-house, more gang banging? Because like I said, for it to be, obviously it's still California inmates and it's California politics, but it's a little more laxed out there to where people probably go squabble a nigga just based on he you know what I mean, he from the other side. I don't know, I'm asking.
Well, so I'm gonna give you a situation. So it was one time where you had this Damu, he was from NHP, and he was a nigga, cause you had haters out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you making too many moves and they don't know how or why, you know, they gonna automatically try to smut you, you know what I'm saying? Right. Especially if they not making no moves, right? So it's instances to where it'd be, you know, a Damu in the crib, you know what I'm saying? And they two men, you know, to where sometime I be in a down south prison, you know, you can't really get that, you know what I'm saying? It may be two dudes from two different entities, you know what I mean? A homie, some Damus, or, you know what I mean, some Hoovers, some gangsters or something, where it's like, it ain't no squabbles, you know what I'm saying, right there. It's just, you know, y'all squash it or we up, you know what I mean? It's instances where it's like that. But out there, you could actually like push up and be like, nah, I need a squabble. You feel me? You know what I mean? And get a squabble.
That's what I'm saying. It was a little more relaxed.
Yeah, it was a little more relaxed, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Again, a personal incident, you know what I mean? I had to get on, you know, somebody from NHP, you know what I'm saying? Because he insinuated, you know what I mean, something, you know what I mean? And I had to see what that insinuation was about. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, that's how the haters, especially out there in Mississippi, when you really having it your way. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, you have to touch somebody up, man. You know what I'm saying? A little bit sometime, man. So you could do that though. They let you do that out there. You can't hide behind your homies, you know, like on some of these yards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the thing. A lot of niggas be popping and they instantly finna go get their homies, like straight buster shit. Like, I remember, it wasn't like that, but I remember I had a little situation with somebody. And he always used to, not even just me, other people. He used to always insinuate like how deep his homies was. You know,
right.
Compton and Watts.
And you gotta take those insinuations serious.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, my homies, they gonna go behind me, like, cuz I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, man.
Like, why is you trying to make it, and it's only about 3-4 SDCs on the yard. You know what I mean? Like, cuz, hold on. I mean, even though I fucked with the LA homies too, they was deep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, bro, like we going back and forth on some shit that ain't even that serious, but you keep insinuating your homies. You gonna have them niggas jump over some bullshit. They probably gonna beat your ass when they find out what the root of it
for sure
is. You know what I mean?
So what's gonna happen?
But yeah. I always wanted to know the dynamics of out of state. I heard a little bit here and there. I always hear about the good shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, the females and the COs and the privileges and how lax it was. But I always wanted to get down to the politics and the real how it was, how niggas was conducting themselves.
Shout out my nigga Turtle too, man. R40s, man. For sure, Turtle had it popping. On me.
Yep.
Real. Avelino. Real. Niggas had it popping. For sure.
I don't know if that's the one I follow, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
40s. I think it is because he knows Ski Rock.
Yep, on me.
Yeah, Nate Bud, if you see this.
Yeah, you already know.
But yeah, man, so you was there for however long, then you come back to California. Obviously, when you come back to California, the California system is changing. It's becoming something that we don't recognize.
Right.
So what was that like? Obviously, you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't integrate with certain people. But how was it like coming back and hearing about how the system was changing, and how did that play a part in you being like, nigga, when I get out, I'm on some other shit because this shit bump?
Man, homie, to be candid, I was disappointed, man. I was disappointed, man. I'm still disappointed to an extent. I just know how to accept things, you know what I mean, that I can't change, you know what I'm saying, single-handedly now, you know what I'm saying? Back then, 2 years back, I didn't really understand it. I didn't accept stuff I couldn't change, you know what I'm saying? But end of the day, I never integrated.
It's the times.
Yeah, I never integrated when I came back to California. Again, that whole system, man, was made to turn us against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Crip. I've been saying.
I don't think people realize it. Like, you know, that system was made for us to clash and us to be at odds. You know what I mean, with the Southsiders. You know what I mean, with us as blacks. You know what I mean, Bloods, Crips, and they just like dangled a piece of meat in front of us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When, you know, in actuality, if you look at things, you know, you can get these same amount of times off, you know, by just, you know, putting in some work on the yard you in. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can, you know, they got colleges and all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, you can be doing, you know, instead of integrating with, you know, some pedophiles, you know, some child molesters, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's my biggest thing. It was never about no blood, no cripping, or nothing like that, homie. It's, you know, I'm not gonna integrate with no child molesters, man, or no niggas that's bunk. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, I got a daughter. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mary, love you, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? But if something happened to my daughter, I would just hope that a nigga like Hoodie Hood, you know what I mean, was on the yard with a nigga like that, man, and just say, you know what, man, that ain't my daughter, but I know it was somebody's nigga, you know what I mean, smacking. You know what I'm saying? I would love for that to happen, you know what I mean? So, you know, just to wrap that situation, because I don't want to harp on it too long, it's just, if you not know G, homie, that been down 20, 30 years, man, you know what I'm saying, that they mandate not, to come, I just feel like that's not nowhere you should be. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. And again, everybody their own man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you what to do or not to do. But at the end of the day, I'm highlighting the preferences why I couldn't be around those type of guys and feel comfortable and still look myself in the mirror every morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, do you think that integration on the prison yards, along with gentrification on the streets, is all a part of combating the gangbanging in California? Because it's only happening in California. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say only.
All right, yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. It's gentrification going on everywhere, and integration in a lot of these other states has always been a thing. They never had a PC. They never segregated them.
Right.
So it's a culture shock to California. So niggas is still scrambling, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, because it's a curveball. So niggas is still trying to figure out, like, okay, how do we deal with this? Now you got some of these other people and these other factions who just be like, hey man, you no good. Instead of really looking at, like you said, G homies that been down for however, they're just like, hey man, you went over there, you no good. Right. That's their business. That's what they feel like is right for their program. That's on them. But us as niggas, how do we overcome this?
I think to start off, one of the ways, because it's a process, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand that, man. Overcoming anything is a process, but I think, man, we gotta make sure that every situation is critiqued differently. You know what I'm saying? You know, because every situation ain't the same. Right. So you would have to, you can't use the same course of action, you know what I mean, on different situations and expect the right answer. You know what I'm saying? Right. So again, certain situations can be critiqued and understood more and be like, you know what, I can understand that. Because I can honestly say right now, man, my thoughts on that aren't the same as they were some years back. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got one of the young homeboys, you know what I mean, that was in a situation where, you know, he 19, man, he young, you know what I mean, you know, early 20s, whatever, and he with it, he ain't no rat, no nothing, and he went on the advice of one of the older homies that's solid, that just, at this point, you know what I'm saying, may feel his life is going in a different, you know what I mean, direction, and gave this man some false advice. Right. You know what I mean, that he shouldn't have gave him. Right. So you gotta look at that situation and say, damn, is the young homie at fault, or was it this dude that misguided him, you know what I mean, through his journey? Right. You know what I'm saying, was at fault? And that's what I'm saying. It'd be different little situations, and we as blacks, we look at every situation individually instead of throwing everybody in the same boat like some other people would do. We can't do that because I'll be the first to tell you, I'm one that was guilty of doing that. On 40, you know what you was saying? Pressing. You know what I mean? You know, if you know, then you know, niggas was for sure pressing that. And again, man, you gotta be a stand-up nigga to be out, be like, you know what? I don't feel like that no more. I did more research, you know what I mean? I feel like maybe that situation ain't as cut and dry as I thought it was. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Right. So that's about the growth. You know what I mean? You know, and again, but the nucleus of everything, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is, though, man. You know what I'm saying? If you call yourself, you know, active anything like that or whatever, you gotta just keep that. You gotta keep that same energy, man. You know what I mean? Whether it's the pen or not, you know, I want to get home early and all, you know, I mean, you gotta keep that same energy because now if you're gonna come home and then, you know, be cool and just get your job and just be cool and be regular, man, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Right. But once you come home and you jump back in the mix of stuff, you know, that's just like I don't really add up to me, you know what I'm saying? But look, that's my personal and this opinion. Did you see the video I did on 50-50 yards, in my opinion? Did you ever see that? I think I was in the pen when you did that, though. I think a while back. You might have been. You know what I mean? It might have been right before you got out. Yep, so my opinion on it was pretty much the same shit. You're gonna come home, you're
do your thing. It was a certain other popular YouTuber that's a neighborhood. We ain't gotta say his name. Came home from 50-50 yard and was super turnt and disrespectful, and it was just like, you should probably take something off of that. Not to say you no buster, not to say that's not how you feel. Got no problem with you, but hey man, you should have got off on them people you was on the yard with. You should have. You did that time. You came home and it's, fuck them and this. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you come on, cuz you can't do that. At least not in my eyes. You can't do that.
Right.
Can't do that. You should have been a little more proactive when you was on that yard. You come home and everything is fuck that side. You
Right.
respecting that side. You know what I
See,
mean?
I think it boils down to, just being a man, though. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you're not really ashamed to say, man, I'm cool with him. Or I don't feel like that for this reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man is going to stand on what they feel and how they represent themselves. So if you did feel that you was justified to do anything, you know what I mean? And just stand on it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? With anything. Don't make it no excuse or try to justify nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make a decision as a man, just stand on it, whether you go wherever you go or not, or whether you feel these people is the enemy, because gangbang right now, man, gang members ain't the enemy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got hoods beefing still, but man, the enemy, man, is these pedophiles, man, you know what I'm saying? It's these different, you know what I'm saying, rapists and shit, man, and motherfuckers, man, that's, you know what I'm saying, doing this weird shit, man, to women and kids, man, that can't defend themselves, nigga. This ain't, like, gangbang, like, you got a choice to be in the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't got no sympathy for nobody dying, but you made a choice to be in the streets, and you know what the consequences was when you said, hey, I'm from 40s, or hey, I'm from Lincoln Park, you know what I'm saying, or I'm from Breams. You made a choice. But a woman and a kid, they ain't made no choice, you know what I'm saying, when, somebody overpowered them or something like that. So I think we gotta understand, man, who is the real enemy, you know what I'm saying?
No, and I feel the same way, and that's why in a lot of situations I may have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because I look at it like you either real or you ain't. That don't have no color. That don't have no gang ties. You either real or you ain't. So I may have sided in certain situations where a motherfucker might have been like, oh man, you supposed to, because he black, man, I don't give a fuck about that. You real or you ain't.
Right.
He could be black, he could be foul though.
Right.
And I'm supposed to side with him because of his skin tone? Nah, I'm not doing that, bro. I ain't doing that.
And I don't knock you. I mean, I actually agree with that. It's certain, you got people that's gonna always say, I'm gonna side with my race before anything, and I'm not gonna tell them.
Them is the type of people that's gonna protect pedophiles and snitches.
I'm not gonna look, and I'm not gonna sit here and say you're wrong for your thinking, right? This is my skin color. That's why I'm not gonna say you're wrong for that. But I think when you keep it real with yourself, you gotta know, man, this world is built on more than just color. You know what I'm saying? It's built on more than just that's my family or my cousin. You know what I mean? I think I told you the other day. And look, in the heat of the moment, on one of these yards or something, or out here or something, man.
Let's get it,
look,
come on.
I'm with you. PSA to all my homies, my family, everything. Look, heat of the moment somewhere, I'm with you. But if we got time, man, to sit here and figure it out, and you still just like, fuck it, you on your own, man.
You wrong.
Man, you're on your own. If you don't want to sit down and make a conscious decision with time to do that, then that means you don't give a fuck about yours or mine. You know what I'm saying? So now we got to make a management decision to say, man, I'm good on you. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. You know what I mean? You can, if you one of them niggas that say, I'm rolling with the homie, right or wrong, regardless, again, I agree with you to a certain extent, man. You know what I mean? We got to hold ourselves accountable for shit, man. You know what I mean? That them days of rolling with this nigga, man, for nothing. Nigga, what you mean, man? You rolling, you want to roll with me to, nigga, Ragsdale Memorial, nigga? That's why I'm rolling with you too, nigga. And we know this.
Them is the type of niggas, you know when your parents used to say, if your friend jump off a bridge, you gonna jump off a bridge. Them is the type of niggas that'll jump off a bridge after they friend and they followers and they're not leaders, and you can't sustain no type of longevity in these streets being a motherfucking follower. It's just that point. It's just that simple, cuz. Like, I mean, to a certain extent, a motherfucker gon' yeah, man, cut a homie, you know what I mean? But like you said, you really gotta listen, and you really gotta look at the situation, look at the facts, and if you still on that bullshit, then you just a weirdo. On 40 crib. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah,
But
so.
yeah, man, that I know they gonna fill the comments up with that whole 50-50 yard shit. Everybody gonna have their opinions, but
and that's cool, man. And just for the record, man, I'm not telling nobody what to do. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. And again, I think deep down, if you was ever in the streets, straight up, man, that it's wrong, man. If you was ever knee deep in the streets at any time, homie, as soon as you step foot on one of those yards, man, you know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You do, deep down in your core somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you got yourself to look at in the mirror, man. If you was spreading with a nigga that, raped an 80-year-old lady, you know what I'm saying? Or, you bought some weed, man, from, a nigga that got one of the homies 100 years or something, you know what I mean? I don't care if you knew him or not, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he was from a different city or not, nigga. You know what I mean? That wasn't nowhere in the rule books, you know what I'm saying, of the streets, you know what I mean? Women and children always been off limits. The mob made them rules. Women and children is off limits, man. You know what I mean? So, self-explanatory, man.
that part, man. So you came home in this year?
Yeah, man, I've been home approximately 6 months.
All right, so tell the people, unless I left something out, tell the people what you've been up to since you've been home, because you said something the other day that really struck a chord with me, and it was like, if you knew me 10 years ago, you don't know me now, and that's everything, man. Listen. A motherfucker who knew me 2 years ago probably don't know me now, unless they've been around me consistently. If you ain't seen me in 2 years, man, you don't know me.
Right.
You don't know me. When we do hang out with each other, we got to get reacquainted. You know what I mean? Because there's so much shit that done went on in my life and so much shit that done went on in your life within that time. So a 10-year gap is even bigger. So what you've been on since you've been home that the average person who think they know you don't know?
Man, cut and dry. Man, we just getting to it, man. You know what I mean? Shout out Luxury Lift. You know what I'm saying? That's my first business. You know what I'm saying? I launched touching down after doing 10. It's a luxury car service. Luxury_lift, LYFT, on all social media platforms. If you think you any type of boss, you know what I'm saying, player, anything like that, this is the company for you. I think just, man, doing time, man, and seeing different walks of life, you know what I'm saying? Prison, man, it's a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's, you got white boys, you got every race, you got niggas in the military, you know what I'm saying? You got artists, you got wholesome white families, you know what I'm saying, that just committed one crime and he got life, you know what I'm saying? You got college students, basketball stars that made one mistake. It's all type of walks of life, you know what I mean? So, just different conversations with different people, man, inspired me to say, you know what, I don't want to get out here and work for nobody. Every single crime that I generate, I want it to be mine. If I'm working for it, that ain't no knock to nobody that got a job or 9 to 5.
Nah, fuck that. I'm about to quit my job tomorrow.
That'll be crazy. Yeah, but nah, but just, right now, man, it's just, I'm going for it all. I'm betting on myself, man. Like I tell my mom every day, we're gonna get that house in Calabasas. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I mean?
So you got luxury lift and what else?
Man, luxury lift, man, that was my first project. Proud to say, man, I had the grand opening, man, to the Lux Lounge. Man, that was a crazy opening, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't even supposed to open that fast, and it just came up, and man, we packed that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing on that one, man. You was there, man. You know what I'm saying? The young homies was there.
I had to pull up fresh off of work, man.
For sure,
smelling like some bullshit, but I had to pull up.
Yeah, man. Support, man, was
and
crazy.
40 Crip, bro, that shit made me proud. I'm like, damn, cuz it's fresh home, he getting it. That's what. And then obviously you have other homies that's fresh home from doing time, just to see everybody together again. That right there, man, that was legendary, man. And you deserve more credit. I'm not saying you're not getting your credit, but you deserve more credit than you may be getting from the overall masses, based on how you've been navigating and conducting yourself since you've been out.
For sure, man. It's appreciated for sure. I think the biggest thing, though, man, I want everybody to take from this, especially the young homies. You know, the older homies too. You know what I'm saying? The big homies too, but the young homies. Man, listen. Don't let these niggas trick you out your spot, homie. You gotta say that shit wholeheartedly. Don't do it. Nigga, 10 seconds of some bunk shit. Nigga, how you with 100 years, nigga.
Man.
I'm saying, I just beat it. I beat life. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out no good. You know what I mean? Like, we went up against it. You know what I mean? Hung jury. You know, I was blessed to, you know what I mean, take that 13 and get on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Don't succumb to no bunk ass peer pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane, man. If you that nigga, man, I got the bitches in the bag, man, stay with the bitches in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Let that other nigga have that. You know what I mean? You know, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? But again,
it's always gonna be respected when a nigga stay in his lane.
Right. Shout out my little cousin Dollar Davis, man. When I say stay in your lane, you know what I mean? He rubs shoulders with everybody, man, and don't gang bang.
Right.
He don't gang bang, man. He ain't from nowhere, man. Can go to any hood, get any dough anywhere.
And he got to get on the channel too. I tell him every time I see cuz.
Yeah, man. Shout out Dollar D, man. You know what I mean? Shout out my little nephew Ray Bands.
Shout out Ray too.
You know what I mean? Chalupa Chasers. You know what I mean? PT, man. You know, for sure. Lil Knock, go get that album. You know what I'm saying?
What is it? Paradigm to Paradise?
Man, go get it,
man. I've been off that since it came out.
Lil Knock, man, go get it, man.
Hey, Lil Knock and Larry June, I think, dropped on the same day. I've been on both of them.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Lil Knock, you already know,
they
bro.
They dropping. Adonis,
as a matter of
fact,
you know I mean? Yeah, Adonis too. You know I mean? Donnell Way, all of them.
Yeah, they dropping, man. You know what I mean? San Diego doing their thing right now. You know what I mean? But again, man, I don't even want no recognition, no hoodie, man. To be honest with you, man, I just, I want people to understand and know that, you know what I mean. If you knew a nigga, man, back then, you know what I mean. Nigga, don't hold me to nothing back then. I don't give a fuck what it was. So I probably don't feel the same.
Simple conversation.
That's it. You feel me? So that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Judge people in the here and now. You know what I'm saying? You'd never probably thought you see Lil ICE, Hefe Ice in no motherfucking suit, man. You know what I'm saying? Feel me?
Shit, I'm finna go buy one.
You feel me? Hey, man, you feel me? It's just the first time for everything, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yep. Let the people know where they can find you, and like I said, unless I left something out, and we can always double back, cause you already know we finna.
On the real,
you know, this gonna be an ongoing thing. Create a little side series for you specifically.
For sure, man. You know, it's all love, man.
And all your adventures and endeavors and all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, tell them about Lux Line too.
Man, look, man. We got the luxury lines. You know what I mean? Dropping soon. I want to give a shout out, man, to Plush Crush. You know what I'm saying, man? Best balloon service, party event, decor. Go check that out, man. Plush_Crush. On IG.
And y'all just went on another channel, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Plush Crush, man. She just went on Hindu. You know what I mean? Hindu Unplugged, man. So go check that out too. You know what I mean? Doing big things, man. Also my homegirl Josh,
Shout
man.
out Hindu Unplugged.
The Right Juice Truck, man. She doing her thing too, man. You know what I mean? San Diego stand up. You know what I mean? For sure. You know, again, man, luxury_lift. All social media platforms. Hefe_ice. All social media platforms. Y'all already know, man. Yo, friend from that big O N. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know his platform. You feel me? So,
Yeah,
you know, tell a friend.
Maybe I can slow.
Man, tell a friend, man. You know what I mean?
Tell a friend about my shit. You know what I'm saying? But our hood, check out Luxury Lift for sure. You know, upper echelon type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just
Premier Escalades, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No bottom of the barrel, nothing. Man, $80,000, $90,000 cars. Chauffeurs pull it right up to you. You know what I mean? Gonna make it seem, open your doors for you. You know what I'm saying? Go check that date night package out on the website. You know what I'm saying? The website is luxurylift.us. Right? It's catchy. Luxurylift, all one word, .us. You know what I mean? Go check the website out, man. We're gonna be dropping the website soon. You can get on there right now and book a ride. Yeah, that's what it is.
that part. Well, man, I appreciate you for blessing the platform with your history, your knowledge, your expertise, and all that good stuff. Like I said, we're gonna do it again, man. Man, let me get a little razzle dazzle, cuz.
Little razzle
Get a
dazzle,
little some of
man.
that.
Hey, man, free Tiny Trim, man.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
man,
Free
trick or
T4,
trim,
man. I
man.
can't never
T4,
forget
cuz
the
you already
bro.
know.
You know what I mean? It's for you,
shit,
bro. You
man,
already
all
know
of
how we
them.
used to do it.
Lil
You know what I
Ski.
mean? I barely tapped him, though. You know what I'm saying? But
Man, it's a whole
free Lil
laundry
Ski.
list of homies,
Real.
man. Criplos, Blast. God damn, man, I can't even do it right now because niggas gonna get mad. Like, he didn't say me. Lil Ty, all these niggas. But
me, they gonna get mad. Don't do it though.
Right,
Please
right,
don't
man.
do it. You know what I'm saying? Free the homies, free everybody that ain't ratting. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on home, man. You know what I mean? Focused up. No time for playing.
I'm good, man. With that being said, you already know what it is, Hoodlum Gang. I know this was longer than the average one, but it be like that sometimes, man. Check the video out. Share it. Comment. Let me know what y'all think below. Shit, man. Let everybody know about the channel. Let everybody know about Luxury Lifts.
Hello.
The Luxury Lounge. All that, man. We're going to be back at y'all soon. It's your friend from that big O-N, a.k.a. the world's most dangerous YouTuber, a.k.a. the world's most interesting hustler, a.k.a. the smooth operator. Man, I'm having an identity crisis because I can keep going, but on Neighborhood Crip, you already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'm out.